Hi Brenda, welcome to Nancy and Apron. I want to talk to you all for just a minute. I actually thought about stopping doing the videos. I don't get that many views. I mean, I've got every subscriber I do have, I certainly appreciate. But I don't know, it takes time away from my grandson. A lot of outdoor things going on around the home. But I did want to share this recipe with you all. I made this pizza last week, I believe it was. And I had a few people ask me about the dough. So I wanted to share this with you. It's a delicious pizza. The crust, I think, is one of the best and easiest I have ever made. I will definitely use this one over my keto-friendly one. I can tell you that, because it's that good. I'm watching my grandbaby. He's over there wandering around. But to get started, let me tell you everything. I'm gotta watch where I'm stepping. Everything that I do. Now, I'm gonna get 1 cup of warm water. Don't get it really hot, just warm. Actually, I'm gonna get 3/4 a cup of warm water. Now, this is all a part of what's gonna make that dough rise. But, he's moving the furniture around. Benjamin. I'm going to use my metal teaspoons because I like the way they measure better. 2 1/4 teaspoons of instant yeast. What are you doing, huh? I use the quick rise, by the way. This is the one that I use. And I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of sugar in here. And we're not going to add oil to this because the oil sometimes can actually stop the rising process. So we're not going to do that. But 2 teaspoons of sugar. And then I'm going to give it a whisk. And then I'm going to cover this up with plastic wrap and let it sit for 5 minutes. During that 5 minutes, we're going to go ahead with all of our other ingredients for the dough. All right. Okay, 5 minutes. I'm just going to sit this over on my stovetop. Back over here again. I'm going to go ahead and mix up all of the ingredients for the dough in my KitchenAid mixer. So here we go. Again, pretty easy, quick and easy. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Which I'm going to need some more of. Put that on my list. Somebody remind me, please, that I need some more all-purpose flour. I just spilt some. Put that in there too. Okay. 1 teaspoon of salt. No. Scoot. And I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. This is a 1/4 teaspoon measure because that's what fits in my jars. Ooh, almost dropped that. It keeps messing with my dishwasher, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna do like 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. I made this. I made that. I love doing that. Dehydrating my vegetables and making my own spices. I love that. Oregano. 1/2 teaspoon. Just gonna stir this all together. And I'm waiting for the 5 minutes to be up so that I can go ahead and pour the yeast and water sugar mixture into the flour. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna just make a little well right there because that's where I'm gonna be pouring that in at. But I'm using my dough hook on my KitchenAid. If you don't have it, obviously you do it by hand. But ooh, this little guy just gets into everything. I'll be back with you all soon. Okay. Maybe I should have put that in a bigger cup. Maybe I should have put it in just a little bit bigger of a cup. Look at that. Now that's some proofed yeast right there, isn't it? Okay. Let me get this poured in there. And we are going to start mixing that up. This is going to be for about 5 minutes. In between time, you're actually going to have to take a wooden spoon or something and just push that down to get it all mixed in. Okay, now it's going to roll itself into a ball, just like you're seeing. I'm going to add just a little bit of oil to it. You know what, I'm going to do just a couple more, give it a couple more goes. Because there's still just a little bit of the dough that was on the bottom of the bowl, and I'm letting it pull it loose. There we go. All right. There we go. Now, I'm just gonna slide that off of there. I'm gonna pour me just a little bit of oil down in the bottom of my bowl. And I'm also going to get a little bit on the sides of my bowl as well for when it rises, so it don't stick everywhere. But now I just put oil on the top and sides of that. I put a little bit in the bottom of the bowl and rolled it around in it like that. Now a little bit on my hand so I can do the inside of the bowl. And then let me wash my hand and change my battery. All right, there we go. I hope I did not lose my footage. I forgot to hit the stop record button, you all. Okay. Dough, a baby crying. Now, if you're gonna fix this soon, all it takes is 1 hour to rise. You just leave it sitting out on the counter or in a warm spot to rise. I, however, am going to use this after we have to go. That's not going to fit on there. Let me do this a little bit bigger. But Tom and I have got a couple of places we have to go when he gets off work. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. And you can actually let it stay in there overnight to rise, which is what I'm going to do. We're not going to have pizza today. We're having it tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, next day. I've had this in the refrigerator, and what I did was I went ahead and preheated my oven to 450 degrees. And I'm gonna let this warm up just a little bit. Now you can keep this actually in the refrigerator for like 3 to 4 days. I wouldn't go much farther than that. Or you can freeze it. Now you can take it out of there and put some oil on the outside of it, wrap it in plastic wrap, and then put it in a Ziploc bag and stick it in your freezer. 3 to 4 months. I wouldn't keep it much longer than that either. But I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit over there while I go ahead and slice up some veggies to put on it. Now this is the part where you do you. Whatever you want to put on your pizza, then that's what you do. And with ours, I'm doing some of this onion, and I'm gonna slice it thin. You know what? I think I'm just gonna dice it. I'm not sure how Tom feels about sliced onion, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna put half of this red pepper on it, and I have some turkey pepperonis that I'm gonna put on it, and I've got a couple of different cheeses. I've got a little bit of mozzarella, I've got some sharp cheddar, and I have the let's see, what is it called? That that I'm gonna put on it too. And then, you know, the pizza sauce, of course, but get this sliced. But yeah, like I was talking earlier, you know, I've almost talked myself out of doing this anymore. Tom was like, you know, he supports me either way. Not only is it, you know, just trying to get all of this done, a lot of times with not just my youngest grandson, but his sisters as well. And it's a little hard sometimes, so. Okay, now I've got all that, and I'm just going to set this over here out of the way until I can get it back in the fridge. And I'm going to move this out of the way so I can show you the next thing I'm going to do. Now, on my pizza pan, now I did not spray it. It doesn't need to be sprayed. But I did put some almond flour. Now, if you have cornmeal and you want to use cornmeal, you can do that. I don't keep cornmeal in the house. I just haven't used it in many years. So, almond flour it is. Now, I'm going to check this dough to see if it has, that's about how much it should rise. Okay. Yeah, it should be okay to use now. I think it's been sitting there long enough. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work this dough and get that gluten going in there. Now I'm going to tell you, it's a stiff dough, and taking it out of the fridge, it's even stiffer. Yeah, buddy. But I'm going to work it out just a little bit by hand, and then I'm going to roll it. I'm going to use the roller and roll it out. This smells so good, you all. But look. Look at that. Wait till you see how it cooks up. My mouth is watering thinking about it. And it don't take long to make this, is the thing. The most time you have is the 30 to 60 minute wait. You know, you don't have to wait 60 minutes, but it gives it better time to go ahead and rise. But I just do it on both sides like that, so that and then just move it around some and pick up that extra almond flour. But I put it on the top too, because I don't want to add any more regular flour to it. But then we're going to start rolling it out. And it's pretty stretchy, so it'll take a few minutes to roll it out. If your pan starts scooting around on you, you can do this just on your countertop if you want to. You don't have to do it like this. But if you decide to roll it out in your pan, you can use one of the big rectangle baking sheets, whatever you want. Whatever you've got that you want to use to bake your pizza. But if you set it on top of a wet cloth, it won't slide around on the countertop. I don't know if you knew that or not, but now you do. Now let me work with this a little bit to get it looking a little more like it should. Like a real pizza crust should. Tom walked in the house. He said, I can smell that. I said, and it's in the refrigerator. We have to go to Frankfurt. So that's that. And here we are the next day. I'm rolling ours out to this this inner line. I don't know how big around that is, but that's what I'm doing. Try to get it even so that it all bakes out right. But definitely while you're doing this, go ahead and turn that oven on to 450 if you're going to be eating it the day that you're making it. As soon as you take the dough out of the fridge, or whenever you go to uncover it, about 25 minutes beforehand, go ahead and turn that oven on and let it be warming up. Just roll it out real good. Make sure your center is rolled out good as well. Don't leave it too thick there, because it's going to puff up. It's going to puff up. Now I'm just going around the edge so it kind of makes a little indentation in the dough. If you will take a look and see along here, and it kind of helps with that sauce, and it holds up so well to sauce too, you all. Ooh, it does. All right, now speaking of sauce, it's a low sugar sauce that Walmart has, just their pizza sauce, and pour it in my ladle and just use it to work that sauce around. You know, put however much you want to on it. I don't like to bite into the pizza and it, you know, end up all over my lap, so we don't put as much as a lot of people might. I think we put our fair share, but I like to go out to the edges, like really close to the edges with the sauce. Now you can always take some oil, and infused oil would be great, but take some oil and go around the edges if you wanted to. All right. Now, next up, I'm going to put what mozzarella cheese I've got. I forgot to get any at the store. Well, I didn't think I needed any. Let me say that, because Tom even asked me, do you want some of that cheese? I was like, I don't think I need it. Well, that's the problem. I wasn't thinking. So, we're going to have a mixture. If I can get this open. Cheese. But you can put whatever cheese you want to on it, of course. And we like these cheeses. That's why they're in our home. Let's just get some cheese out here on the edge. I don't want it on the tray there though. Just like that. I'm going to leave just a little bit more because I like to put cheese on top of my toppings. I know a lot of people don't do that, but I really, really like putting cheese on top of the toppings as well. But let's go ahead and sprinkle our onion around. Sprinkle everything out really good so you get a bite, you know, some in every bite. And our peppers. Mmm. Mercy. Is your mouth watering yet? Y'all already know mine is. And our turkey pepperoni. Now, you only have to bake this for about 13 to 15 minutes, depending on your oven. Put that around everywhere. Just scoot it out here to the edges a little bit, so we have a good bite of the toppings in each nibble that we take. Okay. Some more of that sharp cheddar cheese on there. May as well go ahead and put this little bit on it too. Note to self and Tom, we need a lot of cheese. Now let me wash my hands off here, y'all, because they're a little oily. Okay. Right now, don't let that onion get away. Right. Now, some of this Parmesan, Romano, whatever it is, kind of cheese for the top. And of course, I'm going to save some to put on it after it's baked. There we go. Just enough. Now, there is one more thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to put some more of the oregano on the top. Just sprinkle it on there. Give it a light sprinkle, because there's some already in our dough, remember. Yep. Empty that out. And I'm going to put a little more garlic powder, because the last time when I did it, Tom and I both kept saying, needs a little more garlic powder. So I'm going to sprinkle it on the top instead of putting it in the dough. The additional, I mean, y'all saw that I put it in the dough, but we're going to sprinkle it on the top. There we go. Now, I'm just waiting for this oven to preheat. See, I got it ready, you all, before the oven even preheated, but look at that. Now, I'm going to wait for it to sound, and when it does, then you all see me pop it in the oven. Then I'll get it out, and we'll let it sit there for a few minutes, and all of the cheeses get good and solid, so that when we cut it, oh, listen to that. There we go. I knew if I talk long enough. If I talk too, maybe that's the problem. Maybe I talk too much. Do I talk too much, y'all? Yeah, I'm just gonna wipe the bottom of this off to dry it with that cloth that I had sitting on, and I'm gonna bring you guys right here. Yeah. There she is. And in 15 minutes is how long I'm actually going to leave it in there. I'm going to go with 15. As I've mentioned, I've baked this before, so I know my oven's going to take 15 minutes. So I'll see you all in a few. Okay. 15 minutes. Let me get this out of here. Look at that. We're going to set it down here and give it a few minutes so that it can set up, and then I'm going to slice it and let y'all take a watch. As we already know what it tastes like, but you know, we have to do the taste test. Okay. Okay. Now the dough, the first time I made this, I did not put the dough in the refrigerator. And of course this time is the second time, and I did. Now I did notice that the dough does not rise as high when you put it in the refrigerator. So just make note of that. Man, I don't think I'm going to get the pull on it that I would typically get when I make pizza either, because there's not that much mozzarella cheese in it. But there's a small pull anyway. Yeah. We're gonna stick this on the plate, and you know that Tom will have more than that. He'll have more than that. He's just gonna taste test right now. He might scald his gizzard.
Y'all, out of habit, when I go to pick up a slice of pizza, I'll put my finger in it and kind of fold it like that. When I did, this thing made the most awesome crunch sound. That'll be hot.
Yeah, now that, I guess that would be, is it good?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely hot. I guess you would consider this one a thin crust pizza. If you want it thin crust. Okay, yeah, Tom's giving me a thumbs up. So if you want it thin crust like this one is today, then definitely put it in the fridge. So it was in there. I think to get it thin crust, you could go with 4 hours. And of course, ours was longer because it's the next day. But yeah, thin crust pizza. That's what this one's gonna be. Thin crust pizza. Hot too. You heard Tom. It's hot. If you all haven't subscribed yet, I do hope that you will. Click the subscription button and the notification bell so that you know when I do put new content on. We are going to start doing some more traveling, so I think we may start putting some more videos on our other channel called KY Travelers. Cruising channel mostly, but we may start putting some more on it. And less on this one. I don't know. It just depends on how things go, guys. Like I said, it's hard to take care of those little ones like that and do this too. I was able to get this done because he went to his mommy's at 4 o'clock. But you all take care. Bye.